I'm telling you, you're either going to preach with me today or you're going to be here a while. It don't matter to me. I'm tired and I'm hungry, but I can stay here all day. I look back, I'm thankful my son's here. Josh made it in this morning. It's an honor to have him here with me. I was studying this week and God just kept taking me back to the books of Exodus. And I went to the 3rd chapter, kept going to the 3rd chapter, kept going to the 3rd chapter. And it said in the 3rd chapter, the 7th and 8th verse, and the Lord said, I have surely seen the oppression of my people who are in Egypt. Can I do something a little different here this morning? And the Lord said, I have surely seen the oppression of my people who are in Van Buren. And I have heard their cry because of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. So I have come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up from that land to a good and large land, to land flowing with milk and honey, to the place of the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivitites, and Jebusites. Now then, I want you to think about something here for just a few minutes. The Israelites were in bondage. They had become slaves to the Egyptians. And when they go and tell Pharaoh to let them go, he puts even more work on them. He enslaves them. He weights them down more and more. So what does God do? He calls on Moses and says, hey, go set my people free. Go set them, get them out of there. That's Old Testament. I want you to think about something. Now, first of all, I want you to get your suitcases packed because we're coming out. And I know a lot of y'all sitting there thinking, coming out. Oh, we're coming out of the closet. If you quit thinking about the nasty stuff and start thinking about the way God wants to get you out of here. See, you got your mind distorted. When I was a kid, if somebody said they was coming out, that meant they was coming out to play. It didn't mean they was gay or none of that kind of nonsense. I don't care about that. And I want you to quit focusing on it. It's not funny. It's over with. All right? We're coming out. We're coming out of our slavery. We're coming out of our bondage. We're going to be set free if we will walk in the way that God directs us. In the Old Testament, He sent Moses to bring His people out of bondage, out of slavery. That's Old Testament. New Testament, same scenario. We're under bondage. We're being captive. The enemy has bound us with sin and strife and heartache and headache. And what did He do? He sent a new Moses, Jesus. He said, go set my people free. Lead them out. But you know, we're just like the Israelites. When Moses got them out, they're on their freedom. They're on their way. And what did they do? They bellyached, mumbled, and complained. Well, we should have just stayed there and died. Boy, does that not sound like some Christians when Jesus sets them free? Well, if I got to give that up, bless God, I'm going to stay where I'm at. Dude, do you not know what freedom is like? I'm coming out of slavery. I'm walking in the freedom that Jesus has offered me. You know why we don't see the things happen in the church today that we read about in the Old Testament? Because we're still slaves to sin. We're still slaves to the bondage of what the enemy tries to put on us. You know, oh no, Brother Cliff, I'm free, I'm free. I bet if I followed you around, there's been something that's weighted you down, worried you, stressed you out, caused you to panic, and even probably shed a tear or two over the last week. Huh? Is that freedom? Is that the Savior who you serve, who only shows up occasionally? Or does He live in your life every day? No matter what the situation, no matter what the problem, no matter what the circumstance, God's still God. Jesus is still Jesus. And I'm still free.
Amen.
Oh, we're going to be here a while. I can see this already. Ain't nobody getting into this. I got a front row standing with me. If they ain't into it, they ain't preaching with me. That's all right. That's all right. just you're gonna be real hungry time we have sandwiches tonight. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Come on. Look at your neighbor and say it like you mean it. I'm coming out today. You see, in Matthew 18 and 11, Jesus said, "For the Son of Man has come to save that which was lost." Somebody should have just got all excited about that. Woo! Come on! Do you realize that every one of us was headed straight for hell? Did you know that every one of you deserve hell?
Yeah.
Oh, yes you do. If it hadn't been for the grace and mercy of God, sending His one and only Son, every one of us would have split it wide open. He come to seek and to save. I mean, He searched you out. He found you. You didn't find Him. He found you. He got the hair on your head counted. For some of us, that don't take much. Coming out. I got my bags packed. I'm leaving the enemy behind. I've been set free, and I'm going to walk in the freedom. I'm going to walk in the joy. I'm going to walk in the happiness. I'm going to walk in the blessing. Do you know that some of us don't even see the season or the blessing that God's got for us because we're too focused on the circumstances we have at hand? Oh, that's good preaching, bro. I don't care who you are. You're too focused on the situation at hand to recognize or see the blessings or the season that God's taking you into. You're too focused, letting it hold you back. It's time you come out and step into the freedom and witness what God has in store for you. Receive it, accept it, and walk in it. I'm going to preach till I lose my voice, bless God. There ain't nobody getting it. I'm going to be here all day, and you're going to be here with me. But we're going to get this, and we're going to eventually, we're going to walk out of there, out of captivity, we're going to walk into freedom, and we're going to experience the fullness, the joy, the peace, and the happiness that God paid the price for you to have. Don't have to be excited. Y'all just sat down and take a nap for a long time. Luke 11:2 says, "So He said to them, when you pray, say, Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come. Oh, wait a minute! How can that be? I don't believe there's anything captive in heaven. I don't think there's anything in bondage in heaven. I don't think there's anybody stressing and sweating and praying over things in heaven. Hello. Come on, just preach it, Brother Cliff. Just preach it. That's what I'm talking about. Get on down with your mouth now. Y'all ain't going to help me. I'll help myself. Read that last sentence again, Brother Brandon. Real loud. Oh, come on, people. We don't have to wait till we get there. We're there already. It's time we start walking in it. It's time we start experiencing it. It's time we start letting the world see we're free.
Right, amen.
Coming out.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming out. I'm a pretty big deal and I'm coming out.
Right, amen.
I can just see those children of Israel. I can see those dads going into their houses and telling their families, get your bags packed. Hurry up. Grab what you can. Coming out of here. We're getting set free. We're being let out by a man of God, and we're free. There's no more making brick out of straw. There's no more of us cutting our straw and doing all. We're free. And I'm going to bet. I just don't know. I wasn't there. But I'm going to bet. They didn't come in and say, well, y'all get your bet back. We're leaving. We're going to go out here in the wilderness. We're going to water 4 years. Here, come on, pack your bag. We're getting out of here. I can just see that Israelite dad going, oh, come on, guys. Get your bags back. We're getting out of here. We're finally free. We're not going to have to slave anymore. Oh, come on. Stand there with me. Do you not know what's available to you? That's where y'all still captive. God said, I set you free.
Right, amen.
Free indeed.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You come on the right Sunday, son. I know my boy, he was in the Marine Corps. He did, yeah. He did, for 8 years, he did everything they told him to do, when to do it, how to do it, and where to do it. And I remember he got that phone call and told his mom, he said, I'm out. I'm getting out. I ain't going no more years. I'm out. He's free. Now he's being able to study, and for the first time in all of his educational career, he's able to focus just on his education. He don't have to worry about answering to somebody or doing what they tell him to do or being interrupted. He can study and focus on what he's trying to accomplish, the goals he set for his life. Jesus set you guys free.
Amen.
Now he's expecting you to study and focus on where he wants to take you, how he wants to use you, and what he wants to do through you.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm telling you this morning?
Yeah.
We're coming out. We're coming out of the bondage. We're coming out of that captivity that the enemy has tried to hold us under. I got another sermon I was going to preach, and it would have been short, sweet, and to the point, and we'd have been out of here. But Brother Brandon taught it last Sunday night. So blame him. Now then, I think y'all are starting to feel a little bit of something here. So I want you to look at 4 or 5 people around you, and I want you to tell them, I'm coming out. Wait. I want you to tell those 5 or 6 people you're coming out like you're very excited about it, like you're finally getting out from under the bondage and the captivity and the struggles and the chains and all the things that everything's trying to hold you back with. I want you to tell them like you mean it. I want you to make them believe you're coming out from under all that and you're going to walk into the freedom that God has prepared for you.
I'm coming out!
Don't stop on my account. Let it rip, Tater Kid. John 15:15. I love this verse. I remember this verse almost on a daily basis. No longer do I call you servants. For a servant does not know what the master is doing. But I have called you friends. For all things I have heard from my Father, I have made known to you. Amen. Do you understand what he's telling you there? You've been set free. You no longer have a master that's dictating what you can or can't do. But you've got a friend in Jesus. who says, I've shared everything I know. I've shared everything that God has made manifest to me. I'm making it manifest to you so that you can make it manifest to the world. You can walk in the same fullness of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
He said, well, Brother Cliff, we can't be equal to... Hey, he said, we are equal to Him. He called us friends. And He said in Matthew, He said, the works that I have done, you'll do, only greater.
Right.
Do you understand what's happening here? I'm coming out. I got my bag packed. I got just what I need. I got my prayer. I got the Word. I got my freedom. I got my promises. I got my blessing. I'm out. I'm out. I'm coming out. I'm not. The enemy has no control over me anymore. I am no longer his slave. I have been set free. And whom the Son sets free, somebody better start acting like it. I'm good for another 20 minutes. See, y'all got used to coming in here and singing 4 songs and me preaching about 15 minutes and everybody getting to go home and beat everybody to the Mexican restaurant. Today you might have to go eat you some steak because the Mexicans may be full by the time we get there. Because I ain't done. Huh? I was at the hospital with Sister Janie and the girls one night, and they told me, they said, we get tired of eating Mexican food. We want some white American food. Like meatloaf, mashed potatoes. I said, well, you know, solve that problem. Y'all can fix it. I'll show you how to eat it. God's good.
All the time.
No, all the time.
God's good.
I am free.
I am free.
I'm coming out.
I'm coming out.
I ain't being held.
I ain't being held back. I ain't going to slow down.
I think this thing
That's all right.